The Brodie Lee Celebration of Life tribute show from AEW Dynamite was an amazing, very, very touching tribute to Jon Huber, who played Luke Harper, and Mr. Brodie Lee. And he passed away on the 26th of December. And like everybody, just complete shock because the guy was still going. This guy was still vibrant, still active in the wrestling community. He was still a force, a major force, and possibly, definitely a future world champion. I'm pretty sure they were going to prime him for that because he was a great TNT champion. And I'm going to just do a little quick rundown and thoughts for the show, which was very entertaining. I loved it. And I love the fact that every match included the Dark Order. A Dark Order member representing in each match. Now, they opened up with a 10 bell salute. And Jon Moxley gives his tribute and thoughts and is even convinced by Brodie Lee that perhaps he should give this dad thing a go. He was pretty much saying, I'm not gonna be a dad. I want to be single. I want to be solo. But then he got married to Renee Paquette now, and they're expecting a child. So I guess he pretty much did a full 360, and he's now looking forward to being a dad. Now, Matt Hardy and Private Party, they go up against, they team with Cole Cabana, who's a Dark Order member, and they. Oh, wait a minute. I mean, Matt Hardy and Private Party, they go against Cole Cabana, who is a Dark Order member, and he teams with the Young Bucks. Now, Cole Cabana does the super band cover after, Matt and Nick take care of one of their opponents, and he gets the pin and the win. And -1, that's what they call Brodie Jr., is looking on, and the Acclaimed posers get handed their asses good. They're coming out there acting the fool, and this day is for celebration and not aggravation. I'm glad that they got shut down because I wasn't gonna have it. I don't think anybody else was gonna have it. Now, Darby Allin and his tribute to Brodie Lee, and Lee was a man that Darby wished he had wrestled. He was talking about how he looked up to the guy right away. He said he sensed something about him when he met him, and yeah, he's never faced him one-on-one, and that would have been a great match. Definitely. Now, Lance Archer and Evil Uno and Stu Grayson. And Archer, he was dressed as Luke Harper in tribute, and they take on Eddie Kingston and the Butcher and Blade. And in the end, a fatality. I like the name. On the Blade by Uno and Grayson for the 1, 2, 3, and the Dark Order are on a roll in tonight's tribute to their fallen leader, Mr. Brodie Lee. Now, more wrestlers pay tribute, and they talk about the one constant, and that is Brodie being the best dad. One of the referees, who was a good friend of Brodie Lee, said that if there was a Mount Rushmore of wrestling dads, Brodie Lee would definitely be on that. Now, Hangman Page and Dark Order Silver and Reynolds versus MJF and Ortiz and Santana. Now, I get that MJF is a heel 24/7. That's how he presents himself on Twitter as well, and social media. But MJF flipping off Brodie's son, Brodie Jr., it was a bit much. But hey, you gotta give it to him. He's the heel. So now towards the end of the match, Eric Redbeard, formerly known as Eric Rowan in WWE, hits the ring, and the former Eric Rowan takes out Wardlow. And I love how Jericho was saying Eric Rowan, and he kept getting corrected by Tony Schiavone. I thought it was JR, but it was, and he kept correcting him. It was Eric Rowan, and he goes, Redbeard. It was like, he was being corrected. And I saw a title on YouTube that said that he might get punished for that. Why? It's a slip of the tongue, because that's how you know him. Right away, you see him and you go Eric Rowan. You're not going to say Eric Redbeard. You're not going to say whatever other name he's going by now, because he's no longer with WWE. Now, Brodie Jr., gets a little bit of payback. What do you call this again? Acting up. MJF is in Brodie Jr.'s face, and then MJF gets hit with a kendo stick right across the noggin, like picture perfect, right there. I'm thinking he's a natural. I think Brodie was teaching his son probably the right way to hit someone with a kendo stick. So you know what I mean. But and the news about it that he got signed by AEW, and they said that once he hits the right age, he's going to be wrestling. I'm thinking he could wrestle now. He could wrestle Marco Stunt. Marco Stunt is about his size, maybe a little smaller than Brodie Jr. You know, why not? A couple more years, 13 maybe, when he's 13, because he's 8 years old now. So you know, usually guys start when they're 18, maybe like an average. So he's got 10 more years, but you know, he might be taking some bumps in the next few years, maybe. Who knows? And in the end, we have Silver doing the gesture. You know, that whole Brodie Lee goes like this, and he goes like that, and then he hits the discus clothesline and gets the victory for his team. And then Eric Rowan joins them in the ring again, and he has a sign that says "Goodbye for now, brother. See you down the road." And you see him break down, and it was truly sad seeing that. You know, because they were definitely good friends. They were tight tag team champions together in WWE, and you know that he probably would have wanted to join the Dark Order and, you know, go at it again with him and be partners again. Who knows? But then Eddie Kingston, he gives a tribute, and he reminds his kids that he'll never be gone as long as they remember his teachings, and that's true. And you already see where Brodie Jr. is going. He's headed. His mind is on wrestling, you know. And we'll see him down the road another 5-10 years from now. And I'm looking forward to that. Hopefully I'm still around and get to see him debut. But let's go to the women's match, and that's Ty Conti and Anna Jay versus Penelope Ford and Dr. Britt Baker, DMD. And the Dark Order streak continues as Anna Jay taps out Penelope Ford to the sleeper hold. And then Thunder Rosa comes out and gets her some of the good Dr. Baker, and I'm thinking that I guess these guys got a rivalry going. Since I came back starting to watch AEW again, I have not seen that, so it must have happened probably during Dark, maybe during the time that I was away. I was away for about a month. Now Jericho gives his tribute, and he talks of his dog not liking Brodie, despite the fact that his dog doesn't like nobody. So it goes to show that even those the non-human creatures in the world, that being the canines, even like him too. He's probably somebody that could easily go up to a cobra, and the cobra will probably be like, he'll just see Brodie and just go the other way, you know what I mean? Because he was a guy that touched everybody positively, So, but anyway, Team Taz versus Brodie Lee Jr.'s favorite wrestlers. This is his dream match, and his favorite wrestlers are Dark Order number 10, or as he is formerly known as Preston Vance, and then he's teamed with Orange Cassidy and Cody Rhodes, and the Spinebuster by Dark Order number 10, and the Dark Order clean sweeps his special evening in tribute to Brodie Lee. Now, in all the mayhem, we see Taz and them jump Cody, and they attack him and everything, and then Darby Allin shows up on top of the crowd there, way at the back, and then Sting arrives along with him, and they look to take on Team Taz, who jump Cody and company, like I said, after the end of the match. And of course, Team Taz heads for the hills. I don't get that. Why? You know what I mean? You act tough, and then you head for the hills. Really? But again, Sting shows up. He doesn't take any kind of action. He doesn't get involved. But I guess in due time, we'll see what kind of a match he has, if he is going to wrestle. There's rumors, but we'll see. But the last segment is a video that I'm going to watch again, and hopefully you guys will watch with me as I take a look at the last segment that started off with Cody Rhodes. And I'm going to look at that, and then also afterwards I'm going to be taking a look at a video, which is an exclusive video. And it's an amazing moment captured after the cameras went off. And I'm going to play that and react to that, cold here. So, but y'all come along and let's take a look at this video, the closing segment of AEW Dynamite, the Brodie Lee celebration of life. And come along and let's check it out.
I had to write this memo the other day, and I was looking for a quote, just something that would encapsulate somebody like Brodie Lee, and I came across this Samuel Johnson quote. I probably will butcher it, but I think you'll understand it. It says, "You can judge a man's character by how he treats somebody who can do him no good." Over the past week, we've heard all these stories of all these different people, these degrees of separation, who were positively affected by Brodie Lee. There has never been a wrestler in every company, in every locker room, with every member of management to have that one-to-one connection, and that's why everyone is affected so deeply. In short, he was a beautiful man.
Just watch a video.
And he leaves behind a beautiful legacy, and I want to introduce to you that legacy right now. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome -1 Brodie Lee Jr.
That boy he's taken care of, man. Everybody cares about him. Even other companies are wanting to help him too. They want to look out for him too. And look at this, man. This is so sad. You watch a video of of Brodie Lee, backstage, and Access, all these signings. He's just so cool, cool with the kids, and it's like, that's a rarity, That whole thing of what do you call it? Of saying that, what was that quote? But it's like, yeah, it's hard. Like the people that's not gonna do you any good, that you show your character, the kind of character, But there you go. The final, his boots and the handkerchief.
Brodie Lee Jr., -1. You, your family, these boots are retired. Your father, the greatest TNT champion, with all due respect. The greatest TNT champion we've ever had.
All due respect, because Cody was a champion.
The TNT champion for life.
There's news that they are going to retire the look of that title, but not the title itself. I think it would have been, appropriate to do that, to retire the title itself. But, but I like the look of that title. But yeah, they're gonna retire it. It's Brodie's championship. It's Brodie's. He's been deemed the greatest champion ever. So why not?
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for being here tonight. We're here to honor one of not only wrestling's greatest champions, but one of wrestling's greatest men, and a man who has one of wrestling's greatest families. And they're here tonight, and we put a special tribute together. And there's no better way for us to end the show tonight than this. So here's a tribute to a great man. Here's a tribute to Mr. Brodie Lee.
It's a great video. Everybody has nothing but praise for this
I'd
tribute
like to
video.
take this opportunity to introduce myself. My name is Brodie Lee, and I am the exalted
Oh man,
one.
that's how he became the TNT champion, and holy crap, he depleted him. Look at that. Even as a youngster, man, he showed that athleticism. Oh. Right the other way. See that right there, you know, I started seeing the clips and pictures from WWE. I'm thinking, is WWE, you know, cool with that? Cause you know how petty they can be. You know how everything is theirs. They won't lend any kind of image out. But who knows? Behind the scenes, they might have done something. But if it's not, you'll hear about it, right? Yeah. But this is a time where that petty stuff should just be put aside. Everybody should be getting along. All the companies for this point, especially everybody that came in contact with him, whatever company employed him, you know, and stuff. See, Big E. There's WWE guys there. See, see, other guys. There's Becky. There's Seth. You know, see. Age of 41, I mean, that right there is when you're at the apex of your career. That's when you're really getting it going, you know what I mean? And you had it going, man. The guy would have been world champion. He definitely would have. Would have been dominant. Jesus Christ. He had that scary, imposing, presence about him. But the guy was cool as cool as ice. He was cool. He was just cool as a cucumber. Cool as all the cool analogies, that he was. WWE picture right there. See, it's nice to see. It's nice to see. So just right here, of his mom. Dark Order number 10, that's his favorite wrestler. And that's the guy that I noticed in the background. Is like, that guy's big. He's pretty stoked, I always notice him when they would always come out. It's when they encircle, what do you call it, Brodie Lee, Can't imagine what they're going through. Yeah,
Let's hear it for the champion forever. Let's hear it for Brodie.
Man, God, dude.
Hey, everybody. Let's hear it for Amanda. He's backstage, and he's gonna see this someday. Let's hear it for Nolan.
Yeah. He'll be his big brother's tag team partner, Yeah. Go after the tag team titles in about 10, 15 years, right? Man.
Way to go. You guys are awesome tonight. I couldn't have asked you guys for a better way.
This was like
to
a
pay tribute to
class.
somebody so special
This
to
is a
all of us,
way
and the way,
you put on
everybody
tribute, you know.
was here and behind
If
him
you're
all
not a
night.
fan of
It's meant a lot. Thank you
AEW,
all for being here. Thank
this
you.
will definitely make you a fan, and if you are one, it'll solidify and make you even more stronger of a fan, you know. Thought they were saying Cody, Cody. I go, why are you chanting Cody? But it's Brodie. Like, man, God, this is great. It was a really great show. The whole show is so great. Damn. Rest in peace, Jon Huber, Luke Harper, Mr. Brodie Lee. He was one of the best, man. One of the best. So agile in that ring, such an amazing talent. Great guy behind the scenes, but scary as you know what in front of the damn screen. It's like, that's a guy you wouldn't want to, meet down a dark alley, if you know what I mean, But, well, that's my video. And for those of you who stopped by and checked it out, I appreciate it. And in closing, as always, take care.